Why have you decided to embark on strike action this time?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not an easy decision, and none of us are happy about engaging in industrial action. You say like I've been a teacher for 20 years, and teaching's the best part of the job. And so one of the reasons we've decided to, and teachers have decided to engage in this is to really try to get a settlement that meets the needs of our high school sector. So our students are, and you've got really complex needs. School's a lot different from when I was at high school a long time ago now. And they're coming through with some really complex needs that need to be dealt with, and we need that time to support them so we can get on with the teaching and learning. That's what we want to do. So these young people can be the best that they can be because they deserve that, their parents deserve that, and our
Yeah.
nation deserves that.
Well, Chris, what kind of pressures are teachers under at the moment, in particular the high school sector, which you've mentioned?
Yeah, so there's significant pressures on our sector at the moment. So we've got lots of change happening. There's a new curriculum coming, there's the NCA's changing, and all of those changes need to be done. They need a workforce to do that. But at the same time, while all those changes are happening, we're still teaching and learning. We're still engaged in that process. And like I said, our young people are coming with anxiety issues. They're coming, we understand a lot more about how brains work. So there's a lot more specific learning needs that we are having to deal with. And that's awesome because we want these young people to get the best. But it does put pressure on the system because there's not enough teachers, there's not enough specialist support. I'm a history teacher. I might be asked to teach physics. While I could give it a good crack, I don't think I would be doing the best for the young people in front of me.
So to put it as bluntly as we can for people today, is it just a money thing, or is there something else we're trying to resolve here, Chris?
There's definitely something else. Now, don't get me wrong, money's part of it. It's a high cost of living. We know that salary helps people keep people in the profession, but there's other key things as well. And one of our key ones is pastoral care allowance. So creating time in school so deans and others can be supported to help these young people. But also there's curriculum. We want more support for our heads of departments, our senior leaders who are going to be implementing these curriculum and assessment changes. And we just need more support for them. And one of our big ones is actually professional development. These are changes, even if these are the best changes in the world, we need to make sure that we can implement them properly. So we need the professional development, the time to do that.
Yeah, Chris, I was going to ask you about this because, like you mentioned, a history teacher having to teach physics, that might become quite difficult. You might feel like you need to go to a few learning tutorials on how to actually do that. And so part of this is getting teachers time so that they can upskill, that they can get their heads around the new requirements that they have to teach. What will that look like? Like, what are you hoping to achieve specifically in terms of numerical outcomes from the striking action?
So one of the really key things we hope to achieve is a professional development fund. So basically, each teacher is kind of like a PLD bank account kind of thing. So they can use that to access PLD that they need. It might be, say, upskill in their subject, or it might be to upskill in a new curriculum area, or maybe they want to focus on classroom management or whatever, any skill set that they want to focus on that can help them be better. We also really want to make sure we've got our curriculum leads supported, as I say, our heads of departments, our senior leaders, making sure they're getting the support. So one of the key things there's this thing called a management unit, and just to really increase the value of those. But I also say that pastoral care time is really, really a key one. And just that creating that time in school to support those young people to be the best that they can be.
Okay, so look, you've made the call to promote strike action throughout the course of this week. What are we looking for in terms of a resolution pathway? Are we hoping that maybe this will be it? When do we hope to kind of maybe have an answer to the things that you guys are looking for?
Oh, look, I'd hope this be finished today. Like, I'd love for this to be all over right now. We're prepared to meet with the government today. The negotiating teams today, we can get that going. We don't want industrial action. It's the last option. I'm always optimistic. I think all teachers have to be. We're always optimistic, and I'm really optimistic that we can get a resolution to this. And I say we would meet with the government bargaining team today. So we're really hopeful that we can get the ball rolling on this. We don't have any bargaining dates till after the industrial action, so hopefully the government will bring those forward. Because you need both of you to agree on them, and we would hope to bring those forward so we can crack on with this. And so schools can get back to normal and we can focus on, as I say, the teaching and learning is what we all want to do.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. And look, if the public and teachers and people who really believe in the value of this want to support this action, what do you suggest they do?
So I think a really good thing is contact your school, contact your kid's school, let them know how you feel. Look, I know this is disruptive for parents, and a lot of parents have reached out to me and they say, look, we're not happy about the strike action. We wish you didn't have to do it, but we believe in what you're trying to do. So let your school know, but also, contact your local MP, let them know that you want this resolved, and so we can get this sorted.